In the previous video, I made two mistakes. That's video part 11. The two mistakes canceled each other and the video ends up being correct. The results are correct, but I want to point out the two mistakes that I made. We go over right here, you notice there's two phases with this battery charge circuit. And I said it's 0.11 ohms from each phase. There's two phases of this, so this should have been 0.22 divided by the sum of all those to get the ratio. The ratio would have been 20%. But as it happens, I was also wrong about this number right here, so let me explain how. Discovered that this number up here, this 0.11 ohms, that number is between the two green wires, not from the black to one of the wires. It says down here that the resistance between each cable and the black wire is half of the value indicated in the table above. So each phase of that should have been 0.055, not 0.11. So my drawing is wrong, but because I didn't include both, didn't include both phases, it ended up being right by mistake. So that ends up being the correct 10% of the ratio turns removed by removing the charge windings. I also referred to the factory manual to confirm the stator winding resistance. And this 0.514, that's for one phase. And down here it says that if you measure P1 to F2, which would be both phases, that's double that indicated in the table above. So this is in fact each phase's resistance. It's too bad on the other chart for the charge windings, they didn't show the phase resistance for each phase, but instead showed the sum. So that's what threw me off. That's why my calculations turned out right, because two wrongs do make a right. So now all I have to do is go back to this drawing right here and change this from 0.11 ohms to 0.055 ohms, same way here, 0.055 ohms. Once I fix this particular drawing, then everything is correct. Like I said in the beginning, I used one phase against the two phases, and I should have used both phases against the two phases, but since I didn't, I got the right results because double 0.055 is 0.11. So the turns numbers turned out right, and the previous video is correct in the end. This has a little bit of misunderstanding in how it was calculated. So this terminates this lesson, which is part 12.